This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this Flagstaff MAC tent trailer, model number 176 LTD, and this is a 2024 with a solar panel. So I'm not going to show you how to bring it up and bring it down on this video. We'll show you that in person, obviously, but also you can refer back to the manufacturer's video on their website. They got great setup videos. I'm just going to talk about some of the other features and maybe expand on it a bit. So this is a how-to video, not a sales video. So we start right here. You have scissor type stabilizers, of course, and you get a crank with it. Now over here, let's show you this here. This is your inside and outside cooktop. So it works outside like a grill sort of also. Basically when you stow it, it's stowed on this rail right here. We'll show you that when you pick up. But let's see. So coming back outside, it hangs right on this rail here. Right? Now, this is your hose, your LP quick connect hose, right here. So you connect that to the back of the griddle, or the back of the cooktop. You can also push this hose through and pull it up on the inside, so you can set the cooktop right inside on that countertop there to use it inside. Most people 9 times out of 10 will use it outside, but it depends on the weather and that sort of thing, okay? Your awning, again, you look at the manufacturer's video, but it's a bag awning. All the components are included in there. They're all in the rafter piece that runs the length of the awning. So all the poles and everything are attached. They just fold out. You can't lose them or anything like that. Okay. We move on a little bit. Your door is obviously in the down position. Now, let's look at it this way here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I'll come around the other side. You have a tension gauge wire. What this is for, it's a little loose right here, but basically when it's taut, it's in the correct position, the correct height to put the screen door in. It should actually be up a little bit. I didn't set this up, but it should be up a little higher. But that's what it's for. It's not for any other. People think it's so you don't rip the canvases, that sort of thing. It's actually so it's at the right height for the screen door to fit in. Okay. When we look down here, you can see this button right here. This is for your power winch. Raises and lowers the roof. You get a deep cycle marine battery here and a 20-pound LP tank. And this little hookup here, that's just in case you wanted to add a solar battery charger kit. It would plug right in there. It's made by Go Power. That's their particular plug right there. So it's just an option. That's all. Okay. This here is the sink drain. So you're going to make up a hose. One doesn't come with it, but you just go and get the parts at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, and you can make the hose as long as you want to go into a bucket or down a sewer, whatever you want to do. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer here. This is your city water hookup. You just hook up your city hose to that and you're all set. Everything's pressurized. Now if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if they don't have city water where you're camping, you can pre-fill that tank and still have plenty of water. Remember, this plug here is for the air conditioner. You have to plug it in or the air conditioner won't work. It's easiest to plug it in obviously when it's in the down position, but if you have to use a ladder or something, that's the way it is, but generally plug it in when the roof is down. This is your 30-foot 30-amp power cord here. It's called your shore cord. Okay. Let's go a little farther. These are the latches for your roof. When you're putting your roof up, who's ever in charge of the winch, who's ever using this toggle switch right here, is responsible to make sure these are unlocked. Because sometimes when people will tell you they're unlocked and they're not. So you have to physically look at all 4 of them and make sure they're not connected. Because if you don't, it'll damage the latches. So it's very powerful. So you always want to make sure who's ever working the winch, he or she's the one that checks out and makes sure that everything is unlatched correctly. Okay. Okay. Coming around the back. Obviously have your spare tire. Okay, now your door, your travel door, the half door that comes with it, hangs right here. I don't know where I didn't prep this, I don't know where he's got it, but let me look to see where, so I can show you. Yeah, so this normally fits right here, so when you're traveling and the roof's down, it's the door that covers that area. This is it right here. You can see it's got some hinges on here. So when you go back to that, to the back, underneath the back tent, you have the other half of the hinge basically, and you can see you slide them right into here, and then you put this piece of bungee around the door handle, so it'll stow there. So when you're set up and you got your regular screen door and you just stow the travel door right there. Okay. Okay. So that about covers it. Let's go inside. This sink has a kill switch underneath, so you can see that if I pull it forward, I don't know if you can see this in the dark, but there are actual kill switches here, or one on this one anyway. So that just kills the 12-volt power, so you can't leave anything running when you're pulling down the road. So keep in mind that switch is there. If you're using city water, you use this knob here. You can see the sticker here. If you're using tank water, you use this one here. All right. Down here, this is your thermostat here. It clicks all the way to the left when it's off. So when you're sliding this white piece all the way to the left to shut it off, you want to hear it click. When you do that, as soon as it clicks, the LP to the furnace will be cut, so the flame goes out. It'll still cycle through, go through its cooling cycle and everything, so it'll run another minute or two after you shut it off. But keep in mind, as soon as you click that off, the flame's going to go out. Okay. All the plugs are wired through a GFCI, so keep that in mind. Even if it's not a GFCI plug, it's still wired through one. This is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. Okay. Okay, let's see here. This is your furnace here. When we get down here, ouch, this is the GFCI right here. Like I said, all the plugs are wired through this one. So if you're using a plug inside, outside, whatever, and it pops, you're going to reset it right here. Your water pump switch is here. That's where you turn the pump on. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector here. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced immediately. It's important, obviously. Detect carbon monoxide buildup in LP gas. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. This is the power converter here. Let's see if I can get this open. There we go. So this is your control panel here. You got two circuit breakers like you'd have at home, 110 AC circuit breakers. Then the power is converted to 12-volt DC over here, so you have 12-volt fuses here. That's where the 12-volt power comes from. Also, it's a battery tender, so it'll sense your battery and the type of battery and how much energy is in your battery. And as long as you're plugged into short power, it'll send enough energy to your battery to charge them up. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator through the charge line will charge the battery. When you're plugged into short power, this power converter charges the battery. And of course, you have your solar panel over here. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it for you. We'll talk to you more about it in person. it's saying you're gaining 0 amps right now because we're inside the building. Right, you push it again. There's 13.5 volts DC in the system right now, which is perfect. Push the button again. That's back to the amps gained from the solar panel. So normally when you're outside, this will be 1 point something, 2 point something. It can be 7.5. It depends on the time of day, the time of year, and the weather conditions. So keep that in mind. The button to use is the right button and the right upper button. So once we get it outside, you'll see that it'll start telling you how many amps you got. Now, if you see this flashing and the button doesn't respond to the buttons, it's just telling you that there's no more room in the battery for storage, so it shut the panel off. As soon as your energy level, your amp level drops in the battery or your voltage, it'll kick back on. So if it starts flashing, it's not broke. It's just telling you that your battery is totally charged. Okay. And this is your light switch right here. That's your crank, obviously, for your stabilizer jacks. Okay. You do have, let's see which one this is. You do have storage under this one here, under this bench, so there's storage there. These 2 bars here, people will tell you different reasons you have them, but the actual reason is that you're camping in the woods and there's trees around. So if this tree was to fall and hit the top of the roof, generally, usually, almost always, the cables on the lift system would hold the roof in place. This just gives you added strength. There's only 2 of them. They go kitty corner from each other. We'll show you this when you pick up, but they snap right on. Like I said, there's only 2 and they go kitty corner. Doesn't matter which way, but they'll snap right onto here. So we'll show you that when you pick up. Air conditioner has the controls right on the air conditioner. One of them is a thermostat, and the other one, it gives you 2 fan speeds and 2 AC speeds. All right. Okay. So that about covers it. We'll go over it when you pick up and answer any questions. Plus, like I said, you want to use the manufacturer's video. Let's see what we've got in here. Yeah, this is stuff. A spatula. You get 2 controllers for your. These are warmers for your mattresses. So you can see this end here plugs in right there. The regular end plugs into the nearest 110 AC. And then you have an analog thermostat on there. So it doesn't heat them up. It just warms them. Takes the chill out of the mattresses. And you have some tie backs, things like that. You can look through it when you pick up. And this is your booklet with all your information in it here. So keep that in mind. It'll tell you every component in here has information in that binder. So, okay. Yours. I'm looking. I don't see your keys yet. Let's see if they're here. Yeah, here they are right here. You just didn't take them off yet. These are your keys. Okay. Screen door keys and travel door keys. Okay, let me look a little bit farther, see if we got everything. I think we're in good shape here. Yeah, so, like I said, we'll go over everything with you when you pick up. Plus, you have this video plus the manufacturer's video, so that should be pretty good for you. You put the table down, you pull the legs out, obviously. You hang your cooktop on this rail right here, so it doesn't fly, bounce around the trailer. Then you put the tabletop down onto these cleats here, right? You can see them along the edge. And then you can use these cushions to fill in the space, and it turns into a bed also. So, it gives you one more place to sleep. Okay? Okay, so make sure you, first of all, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, make sure you check your seals. Any place you see caulk from the factory, you want to look at and make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get through. Pay special attention to these 4 corner pieces. Just look at the caulk, and if you see any separation, you're going to buy a product called Clear ProFlex. You don't use hardware store caulk. Go to get the ProFlex. It's designed for trailers, and you'll just clean that area off and go right over it, smooth it with your finger, and you're all set. So that should be part of your regular maintenance, making sure that the seals are always good. Okay. And right now, all the antifreeze has been purged from the system, so it's set up for camping. So you're all set until the fall. Okay. Thank you.